Hey everyone, it's Jerry from the Crypto Diet coming with my first video on YouTube where we actually have a bit of breaking news today. And that is that Bitcoin is actually getting hit a little bit hard, and you can see just how much coins are in the red at the moment. Now you're probably wondering why this is, and that is because the SEC has rejected the spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, if you remember, the futures ETF actually got announced about a month ago and actually got approved, but the futures ETF is more about price speculation. It's not actually real Bitcoin that you're owning. And a lot of people said, including myself, stay away from the futures ETF. It's not real Bitcoin, just own real Bitcoin instead. Wait for this ETF to come through, which is the spot ETF, which would actually include real Bitcoin in the ETF itself. But it actually got rejected. So this is what's caused the crash at the moment. It's a little bit of a minor crash. I wouldn't be too worried. But everyone really thought that this spot ETF was going to get approved because the futures ETF got approved. And the reason why they're very scared about approving this is that once Bitcoin gets approved, it doesn't matter what any news headline says. Once a Bitcoin ETF gets approved, that's going to open the floodgates to pretty much every other cryptocurrencies getting through. And as we all know, cryptocurrencies are very volatile. So a Bitcoin ETF is already volatile enough, and it's to us our most stable coin. But if you put through a Ethereum ETF and then it goes down to Solana, Cardano, to the point where you're going, Floki ETFs and things like that, things can get pretty dicey. So I think they're just doing this just to try and hold it back as far as possible. I still think it's inevitable that we will get a spot ETF, but this was really the news that was going to set Bitcoin on fire in a good way if this actually got approved. If this got approved, this would have pretty much almost guaranteed Bitcoin at 100 to 150K USD by the end of the year, guaranteed pretty much. But this has caused a bit of a stumble, but you know what? It's fine, because again, when you look at a chart and you look at this chart, you can see still doing very, very well. We came down a bit, but we've come down before. Look, we came down on the 19th of September, accumulated, went up for another big push. And even here, look at this accumulation. And you can even see we're actually forming a bit of a bull flag. Okay, so we're still going all good. I wouldn't worry too much. These are really good buying opportunities. And you can even see here on my fib tool that we're still way beyond the 50%, the major 50%. On the minor 50%, and the medium 50%, still a while away. We still need it to come down another 12%. Before we start getting even to our medium 50% mark. One of the things to keep an eye out for as well when things are going a bit crazy in the market, to keep your emotion in check and not to force yourself to sell, is you can actually look at this graph here. This is from CryptoQuant. A lot of people love this graph because what it shows you is the amount of Bitcoin that's coming from out of exchanges and into wallets or off of exchanges. So you can see the blue line, when it's going up, people are moving their Bitcoin into exchanges. And there's only one reason why people want to move their Bitcoin into exchanges, and that's to sell them. So you can see that when the blue line goes up, the black line goes down. The black line is the price of Bitcoin. So you can see there's a negative relationship. When one goes up, the other goes down. And what we're seeing here is that, look at that, it's still so far down below. People have really good confidence in the market right now. You can see it's just moved a little bit now to the side, but it's fine. So I wouldn't worry too much and I would keep it. But the good news is that when you have markets like this, or days like this, I should say, this really provides a really good buying opportunity. And you can see I have a lot of coins here favorited that I have a look into on a daily basis. And there's only one coin that I really think is a buy opportunity right now that has actually ticked off to my box. And that is the almighty Phantom. So you can see here, just Phantom has had a massive run up. You can see from the crash, or when crypto started to go up from 20th of July, it just went up, came up. You had another bull flag here, another one, and looks like we're setting up for another one too. Just an incredibly strong coin, and I love the look of it. But you can see we had our conference where they had a lot of hype, died off. This happens to every coin. Once the news comes, sort of fades a bit, you expect a bit of a pullback. And if you're smart, this is buying opportunity. And the thing I love about Phantom is we've pretty much hit exactly spot on our 50% mark. Boom. Came back, tested, came back up, tested again. And this is literally bang on 50% right now. This is a buying opportunity. Not only that, but look at our RSI. We're on 45 on the RSI. There's only one other time Phantom has hit 45 on the RSI, and that was on the 20th of September when we had the whole Evergrande thing. So Phantom is still, and it's actually not that high up on the market cap. It's sort of in the top 40, somewhere around the 30 mark. And this is one of those coins where it's just easy cash, right? Market's being scared. Market's scared. You don't be scared. You say, you know what? This just hit 50%. It hit my RSI. I know that this is going to be a great opportunity. And if there's anything that ever pulls you back away from buying, all you got to do is look at this. Look at these opportunities, right? You would have been so scared buying up this pullback. But look, you would have laughed. You would have seen it go up. You would have seen it go down. Oh my God, I'm so scared about this one. And again, up. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid to go against the grain. When you see red days in your head, these should be green days. These should be buying opportunity. Buying. And this is how you just laugh on the way to the bank. Because while people are buying up here, you're buying down here on the 50% tool. If you want to get a little bit more conservative, you can go for the major 50% mark and wait for it to drop even further. But I mean, the way I always look at this is from where it is now to get to its major 50%, we're talking an extra 17%. Do I risk buying a really good coin like Phantom for a 17% extra discount when it's already at a call it 38% discount? I personally wouldn't. I would buy right now. So that's a coin that is just the only buy that I can see right now. Everything else is just a little bit, not really hit my price targets yet. Solana is a coin that everyone loves to look at and wait for a dip. But look at that. That's how you know Solana is just such a strong coin. Down 5%. It's just too strong. Look on a graph. It's barely done anything. While the whole market is bleeding out and losing, Solana's just staying so strong. And it's become a very, very strong coin to take in. So I wouldn't buy Solana now. I'd wait for a bit of a pullback. A lot of these other coins, you can see Luna barely moved as well. Matic actually had a decent pullback, but you can see Matic isn't still quite at its major 50%, but it pretty much is there for its medium 50%. So Matic could even be a buy at the moment as well. But a lot of these coins are just not there. You know, look at Elrond, another extremely strong coin. These are how you know you've got very strong coins. When the whole market is moving down and Bitcoin's losing 10%, 5%, and these alts are losing just as much as Bitcoin, if not less than Bitcoin. It's a very, very strong coin. But again, you can see a lot of these coins just are not going down that much. Secret is one that I had my eye on a bit, almost at its major 50%, looking like a buy at the moment, and you can see just how strong this coin is. This is what you're looking for. This is why you do not buy big pumps, because you don't know when there could be a crash. You don't know. It's like a jet just taking off. You just don't know when it's going to come down. You just can't FOMO into this. But you can see, and this is why I say hold on to your coins. If you bought up here, you would have been hating life. Why did I buy here? And then it goes down, you're so sad. But if you just hold for literally about a week, you pretty much almost you get a 60% return in about 2-3 weeks. Name me any other industry that you can get that in. You can't. So moral of the story, or point to take away from the video, is don't worry about these news stories too much. This is bound to happen. There's going to be peaks and troughs along the way. The exchange is telling me all I need to know that, you know what, this is the smart money. If people who have a lot of money, they're buying Bitcoin. And if they're taking them off exchanges, then that tells me that they're holding these coins because they expect the price to go up. The other point as well is alts are still doing very well, even compared to their BTC value. They're really good alts. And you can see Solana, Matic, Phantom, even though they might be bleeding either way a little bit, it's still very strong. And these are the good coins. These are buying opportunity, guys. So hope this video helped. Hope that it gave you some buying opportunities of which coins to buy from. And maybe coins like Solana, they're very, very good. They don't come often. You can maybe wait for a bit of a pullback, but there's always a pullback in the market, guys. We should know this by now. There's always a pullback, even in the bull run like we are now. So take some profits along the way for days like this. If this video helped, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.